Welcome back to another special edition of Charger Dude 95. It's the Dream Season Football League 4 and the preview show featuring the greatest teams of all time. And as we celebrate 100 years of the great game that is the National Football League, we celebrate some of the greatest teams with Hall of Famers both on the field and on the sideline to ever lace it up on a football field. We look at 14 special teams who had the honor of not only running through the regular season, winning Super Bowls, the 72 perfect season, but clubs such as the 2002 Raiders, who may have not won the Super Bowl, but statistically may have even played better than the DSFL 1 champion 1976 Raiders. Yes, there's a look at that much-storied Super Bowl in San Diego where the Raiders were blown out by Tampa Bay, but they were still one of the greatest teams ever. The Legion of Boom of 2013, led by head coach Pete Carroll. They dismantled statistically the most prolific offense in the history of the NFL, with Peyton Manning throwing 55 touchdowns. The last player to win MVP of a Super Bowl for a defensive side of the ball, the former Trojan, and Malcolm Smith was integral in their win at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Let's take a look at that Legion of Boom. Richard Sherman and Brandon Browner are the starting corners with Byron Maxwell behind them. Young safety for Texas, Earl Thomas, and Cam Chancellor were part of a special season, the Legion of Boom, a team that ran through the playoffs en route to dismantling the Broncos in Super Bowl 48. The Broncos of 1998, they were very strong, led by head coach Mike Shanahan, and Terrell Davis had one of the greatest single seasons for a running back ever. 1989's Jerry Rice of the San Francisco 49ers had one of his best years ever, but it was a complete team effort. Jerry Rice of the Raiders, that was more an absolute act of showmanship where the man simply ran through the AFC en route to the Super Bowl. The 78 Steelers, well, that entire dynasty was led by head coach Chuck Noll, one of the greatest defenses ever. As we look at the 1978 group, this might have been their best season as a defense, coupled with Terry Bradshaw having one of his best years at the quarterback position. And as for the Green Bay Packers of 1996, led by, of course, Brett Favre, as we see here. But this entire group, there were some Heisman Trophy winners to go along with some Hall of Famers all across the field. Antonio Freeman is a noteworthy addition to one of the greatest offenses for a particular season ever, led by head coach Mike Holmgren. If you want to take a look at all 14 teams, not just the couple I have mentioned a moment ago, make sure to go to Download Community Files on the PS4 Community section, then transition over to Roster and search in the keywords Dream Season, and you will find it right away. I am the first one there. I am the only one there, and we've already got it downloaded. So make sure to take a look at that as we prepare for what should be another incredible and entertaining year. The top 14 teams are based on Pro Football Reference's simple rating system. 5-minute quarters, 10-week season, 6 conference games, 4 out of conference, and the top 8 teams make single elimination playoffs. Thank you for watching throughout all of the DSFL series to the Dream Season Football League. Week 1 of the DSFL 4 is Sunday, March 17th. Oh, don't you dare miss March 17th. You're going to be there with Charger Dude 95.